Good morning, Jeremy Wright here. Today, let's see, is day 7 for our tadpole tank. And let me see if I can get a focus on the one near me. Maybe not. Okay, so focus is going to be a problem for this. Kind of a normal thing for recording aquariums. But yeah, tadpoles are growing nicely, which is just so impressive to me because they aren't being fed anything other than what's in their aquarium. In other words, I'm not feeding them. They're just in a somewhat naturalistic aquarium. And let's look down and see the red algae. No longer alive. There are still, I said I was going to remove them, but I didn't. I left their egg bits down here on the bottom. These guys are just all over the place. Wiggling and swimming and squirming and doing their little tadpole froggy thing. It's really easy to see that these little vertebrates are descended from fish, especially in their early phases of life. Watching them develop is just so very similar and akin to how fish operate, especially seeing the fish directly behind them and then looking at these guys. It's like, yep, they definitely share some history. They share some genetics. They share some ancestry. All vertebrates seem to be descended from fish. So find your inner fish. Or your other fish that might be in your aquarium. I like that plant that's kind of center screen right now, Mayaca. Next to that is a Myriifolium. Next to that, let's see, what is that? Can't actually see it well enough to know what it is right now. It's either a Bacopa or might be a Creeping Jenny, but I'll have to look more closely at that tank. Stuff that came along with these little tadpoles from their pond, this plant here. I honestly haven't yet identified it. Don't know what it is yet. That as well. And this plant right here, which I've also not yet identified. The algae that's growing in here is what I think they're eating. I placed that there. Little bits of other plant matter. A bit of, it's probably Elodea densa there. But the plants in here just aren't really rocking along. In fact, they seem like they're maybe melting, dying back, which I'm kind of disappointed by. The floaters are doing pretty well. And I'm actually noting a good little bit of mulm building up in the bottom of this tank. So maybe I need to do a bit of maintenance. I was planning on going unfiltered, just letting that stuff build up. And who knows, maybe I just need to add some more plants. My daughter shouting in the other room at my television. Yeah, I think maybe one of the next steps is to snails. Some Malaysian trumpet snail. There are also pond snails in here. But yeah, I think let's zoom and try to get a better view of these guys. focus. Sorry for the focus problem. We're at 7 times zoom right now. I'm gonna get as close as I can with this. So they're small. I'm going to say they're roughly in the centimeter range right now. Their entire body length is roughly a centimeter. So their abdomen, gosh, like 3 to 4 millimeters. They're roughly all the same size. Clearly they're eating because they seem to be pooping, right? So they're growing, they're living, and I'm going to look around 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I'm counting about 26 of them right now. It's kind of a quick glance through here, but that's what I got. Yeah, I'm gonna back up now. And get a glimpse from top down. It's kind of a better idea of scale. And again, this is a 5-gallon tank, so it's pretty small, like hand to that stuff, just for a size reference. They're little, but they're growing. And again, I haven't fed them anything other than the algae that I stuck in there, which I think they're eating. I've thought about getting some diatom scrapes and just throwing those in to see if maybe they'll eat diatoms. Maybe I can get a diatom bloom going. But for now, they're doing well. They're surviving. And oh, this is kind of cool. You can check some other videos. I set up this 1.5 gallon little nano tank yesterday, but I think my daughter's calling me, so I'm probably going to give this a cut. If you would, give me a like or subscribe, and please follow along. I'll be doing daily updates on this. You can check, I have a dedicated playlist now, so if you look on my channel, click playlists, you'll see one dedicated to this. So you can separate, and if you want to view this stuff, you can just view this stuff. If you want to see other stuff for Planet Aquarium related stuff, watch that playlist. And there's also kind of a hidden playlist on there about some other topics, a little more heady stuff. Anyway, I appreciate everyone who's watching and following along. I'll catch you in the comments.